We're filming this interview a month after the recent elections and about a month before the new Congress takes office. There's been a lot of discussion about what the new Democratic majority can do, what it ought to do, what it ought to try to pass even at the risk of a presidential veto. Much of the discussion is centered around Nancy Pelosi's first 100-hour agenda. Other people are talking about MoveOn's much broader agenda. Let's talk about each of those briefly. First, what do you think about the 100-hour agenda? What are its strengths? What are its weaknesses?
The agenda is a lot of things that are sort of small, not inconsequential, each of them very good on its own, and things that just about every Democrat can agree on. And in fact, that's how they were chosen. They were chosen so that every Democrat could agree on it. First, raise the minimum wage, cut college loan interest in half, let the government negotiate bulk prescription drug prices, and expand stem cell research. Now, those parts have to do with empathy, with caring about people in each case, and that's what progressive issues are about. Progressive values involve empathy and responsibility. The purpose is multifaceted. First, what they're trying to do is get democratic unity. Secondly, what they're trying to do is to look bipartisan. That is, they can get bipartisan support on each of these things. Third, you want to have actual accomplishments, and each of these is a real accomplishment. It's serious. Fourth, they want to put the Republicans on the defense. That is, if you're against any of these sort of almost obviously good things, that's something that Democrats can run against for any given Republican congressman. And if the president vetoes these, they can run against Republicans in general and the next candidate for president. So the idea here is to, get something done, have them be really part of a progressive agenda, have them be real accomplishments, but these are the low-hanging fruit, the easy cases.
Let's turn next to the MoveOn agenda. It's a broader, more ambitious agenda. Tell us what you think about it. Again, its strengths and its weaknesses.
Well, the MoveOn agenda is a broader agenda. It's a more important long-term agenda and harder to actually enact. This is what Eli Pariser calls the 10,000-hour agenda. 1, get out of Iraq. 2, have health care for everybody. 3, restore democracy, that is, have clean elections and make sure that there's no funny business in elections. And 4, have a real renewable energy program. Now, those are hard, long-term things. They're each of them remarkable. If any one of them is passed, that will be great and important. And I think that these would be really deep, solid achievements on particular issues. And they are the issues that are uppermost in the minds of progressives right now.
Do these agendas, taken together or separately, constitute everything that you think that progressives ought to be talking about right now? Or should there be more?
Well, take the issue of renewable energy. That is also a matter of foreign policy, health, and third world development. These all are part of the renewable energy issue, and they can't be separated. About 3 or 4 years ago, it wasn't really on the agenda at all. That has changed enormously. That is now out there. It's part of the regular agenda. MoveOn is not only talking about it, even Bush mentioned renewable energy. Think about what we could do in the next 4 years for issues that are not now being considered, but are absolutely crucial. We're going to be talking at Rockridge about many of those issues, and our job is to isolate the issues of the future that are not being talked about now, that could not be enacted in the next 2 years, but are the things to be thought about after that 2 years. We're going to talk about progressive family values, preserving and maintaining the commons, changes in foreign policy, corporate ethics, water privatization, one of the great issues before the world. And we're going to talk about not just health care, but health in general, and the food issue, the food problem. It's the kind of food we grow, the way we grow it, the way we transport it. These are enormous problems. They're the problems of the future, and our job is to raise these questions. Our job is also to raise the relationships between them and the moral values behind them. and to talk about why these have to be raised. So that's where we're going.